That sigh sounded ominous.
Rafe said.
Did I say something wrong?
He was enjoying Aletha's company immensely, and he wished they had a longer journey than they did. They would be arriving in London soon, and then it would all come to an end. He wanted to find another reason to see her, but was failing to come up with a likely excuse. The way they had introduced themselves, he didn't even get her surname out of it. He wouldn't be able to search for her, or accidentally bump into her on purpose. Rafe had never met a woman who had intrigued him the way this one did. She was a mix of propriety and indecorum, all at once. She understood how she was supposed to act, and yet turned her nose at it when she chose. He adored that side of her. Rafe wanted to see how much she would go against the grain, if pushed. "It's nothing," she answered after a moment. He'd forgotten what he asked her. He'd been so lost in his own thoughts.
What's nothing?
He tilted his head to the side. What I'd been thinking about to sigh. She shrugged. I was just remembering something that I need to. Aletha glanced out the window. We all have a place in the world. I was just recalling mine. He didn't like the tone of her voice. It had gone melancholy all of a sudden, and he wanted to snap her out of it. Aletha was so pretty when she had amusement in her eyes. The sad girl in front of him was ethereal, and yes, still beautiful, but she was much more stunning with a wicked gleam in her eye.
You're right, of course.
He agreed.
But sometimes that place doesn't suit us as much as it should. Don't you think that in lieu of giving in to society's expectations, we should instead find our own path?
Easier said than done, she replied. Aletha nibbled on her bottom lip. As a man, you can make that choice much easier than I can.
Isn't it easier now for a woman? Didn't all that suffragist movement change things for you?
He didn't follow it much, because it didn't directly affect him.
I seem to recall reading that your country made an amendment of something giving women rights.
Aletha nodded. You're not wrong. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote and all that. It was a hard-won victory, but it didn't solve all our problems. It's still very much a man's world, and we're only permitted to live in it. There is still a long road until we're even remotely seen as equals.
And is that what you desire? To be seen as an equal?
His sisters never expressed an interest in such things, but they were in some ways still quite young and silly. Or perhaps that is just how he saw them. He'd have to ask them if they wanted the same thing from life. He hated that they might feel inferior in any way. Yes, I suppose I do. Or at the very least, given the opportunity to prove I'm capable of doing something other than look pretty and spend my allowance on frivolous items. He frowned.
What is it you most want? That seems to be a little specific.
Perhaps he was reading too much into what she'd said. It could be just a generalization. She took a deep breath. I don't want to divulge all my secrets in one meeting. Suffice to say that my family is quite archaic, and my grandfather especially so. He doesn't believe a woman should do anything other than look pretty and do a man's bidding.
I can see how that might irritate you.
He would hate for anyone to be so derisive of what he wanted, or even needed. Rafe never took the time to understand anything from a woman's point of view. This conversation with Aletha was enlightening in more ways than one. It's nice to have a conversation with someone of the male persuasion that doesn't deem a woman as inferior in all ways. I do appreciate it. The corner of her lip twisted upward wryly. It's too bad that we'll probably never cross paths after we depart the train station in London. As if on cue, a loud whistle shrilled around them, announcing their arrival in London. He had to agree with her. This was not how he wanted things to end with her. He needed more time with Aletha. The problem was, he had no idea how to go about obtaining that desire.